This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joyton. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Jean Ludlow from Alpena County Library. Hi, Jean. How are you today?
And isn't spring wonderful?
I know. I love spring. Thank you, God. We needed it, and I'm glad it's here, and I'm hoping it's going to stay.
Amen to that.
And as exciting as spring is, it's not quite as exciting as your new website you have.
Thank you. The website is alpenalibrary.org, and we invite everybody, patrons who are familiar and patrons that haven't used it in a while, to come on back. Once you click on Search Catalog, there's a new search engine there, and we're very proud of it. It's very robust, has a lot of really unique features. When you first arrive at the Search Catalog page, there in the center, there's best-selling lists. The New York, the Los Angeles, and several other Michigan notable books. And when you click on those, it's a drop-down menu. It lists them in order, which is, we're always being asked, is this on the New York?
Yes.
So what is on the New York bestseller list? One of the other things that we're asked a great deal that this one facilitates is a patron will come to us and say, have I read this before? And of course, once we return a book off your library card, the information is gone. However, in our new web browser, you click on My Account, and there's a radio button that you can choose, and it will track in the future any and all books you check out.
Wow.
So you can actually look at your own account and say, yep, I've had that book before, and put it back on the shelf and take a different
Perfect, because sometimes, you know, they change the cover and second release. It's like, oh, no, I went to all this and I already read this book. So
That's
great.
Right. People are always saying, I get to the third chapter and said, oh, yeah, I've read this before.
Right, hardcover, softcover, you know, they always change them up a bit.
Yes, they certainly do. It's called marketing.
Yes, it is. Sell more books.
One of the other questions that we get asked a great deal, people will pick up a book and realize it's the second or third of a series. And they always want to start with the first, which is, you know, fine by us. We have methods that we can do at the circulation desk to find those out. A bit cumbersome. But now on the new browser, what it is you type in the title you know because you've just read it. And when the page comes up, there's the name of the series is right there as a hyperlink. It's blue. You click on it, it keeps you in our catalog. It immediately takes you to all the books in numerical order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many there are. A few of the authors, like Janet Ivanovich, who number her books, she's easy. Sue Grafton, who had A, B, C, D, is easy, but there are so many out there. Or Nora Roberts, James Patterson, that have multiple series.
Yes.
It's really tough to track them all. This makes it extremely easy. It keeps you in our catalog, so as soon as you get to them, you just, if you notice, if you're at home, you just put them on hold and we'll gather them off the shelves for you, have them ready for you to pick up. If you're in the library and you see it's on the shelf, you can go and pick it up. Or if someone has it checked out, you just put it on hold. The little icon's right there. Hold, 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 hold.
Yeah, and then you'll call them when it's in, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And people that are not used to the calls, they're electronic, they're robocalls. And it comes from a 906 area code, which is the Upper Peninsula, always throws people off. It's just us, and we identify ourselves, the Alpena County Library, that something for someone in their household is ready to be picked up.
Okay.
And then we give our phone number. If we say we're going to give you 3 days and you're not coming into town until the end of the week, give us a call. We'll easily move the date. We just want to know that the message has been received.
Right. And there's a wonderful link you said for children.
Yes. Many parents will come to us and ask for accelerated readers, or their students, their children have reading problems, or they're at a specific reading level and they want to get books at that level so the child can have success and then move them up. And what it is you type in a title, and along the left-hand side, there's an accelerated reader. I have an example here of Clifford the Red Dog, the big red dog. And each title of the book with the cover gives you what reading level that book is at. But easier yet is along the side. Along the side there's widgets, and the reading level is highlighted there. You click on it, you say include it, and it will drop all the other books that are above or below that reading level off, and it will add more that are right at that reading level.
Wow.
It's amazing. Again, it's very robust. As people try it 2 or 3 different times, they say, I came up with no results. It's usually some small thing that they're doing. Ask us at the circulation desk. We'll walk you right over to the public use computers, show you what you're doing wrong, or you might teach us a new trick. And we're open to it. It's something that's brand new. It's in its infancy, so things will be changing as we go along. And we're just very excited about it, and we feel that we're offering the best searches we can offer at this time. And of course, people that are on Amazon are going to recognize this right away, saying it's very similar to what I do on Amazon, and you're absolutely right, it is. And they have a really wonderful searching mechanism, so we decided that...
what a great upgrade, what a wonderful thing.
Wonderful upgrade,
yes. Yes, it is to offer. And I know tax season is in full swing, but it's kind of winding down.
Yes, it is. We never received our tax forms, which has been a real snafu, but we're always willing to go to the irs.gov website and print off anything anyone needs. The Michigan forms did come in. You're welcome to pick those up. And next week is the very last week that the ARP, American Retired Persons, will be at the library volunteering to fill out your taxes for you and to e-file them. They have been very busy, so it's come early.
Yeah.
And
plan to sit and wait.
Turn. Yes, exactly.
Okay, anything else happening or coming up?
I would say one more thing about the website is that another question we're always asked is, I love this author, is there someone that writes like them?
Ah.
And it is. When you put the author in, again, there's a widget along the side that will recommend other authors that write very similarly in style or on the same topic, like catering books have been very, very popular in the last couple of years. So they're beginning to fall off, but if you would like Diane Davison, you would enjoy Joanna Fluke. So if you looked up Fluke, Davison would be listed. If you put James Patterson, other authors that write very similarly to him would be listed. And you just click on them, and again, it takes you right to their offerings. And those are huge things.
And once again, if you get in there and you're having problems, just come on down to the library. I'll put you on a computer, show you how to do it. Piece of cake. And I've been getting the books, the e-books, and it was a little difficult for me at first because I'm not that computer literate, but it's wonderful.
It is.
You don't have to pay for it.
Exactly.
It's the best part. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to talking to you next month and finding out what exciting things are happening for spring.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Christine Wiltilsky from Besser Museum following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Christine Wiltilsky from Besser Museum. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Nancy.
Good to have you here, and I know there's always wonderful things going on at the museum, but today we want to talk about membership.
Yes,
museum. Very important.
It is. Museum memberships are important, and it's interesting for us at the museum to hear that people just assume that Besser Museum is either federally funded or on a millage or don't understand where our funding comes from, and it's memberships.
Yes.
We receive some support from the Besser Foundation. We receive support through grants and businesses, but it's really our museum members. We are a 501(c)(3) charitable, nonprofit, membership-supported organization.
Well, that was a mouthful, but it's an important mouthful. We need those members, and we need to increase our membership.
Right. And Besser Museum is ready to celebrate 50 years of service to the community, and that is really due to our members. And so there's different levels to memberships. And so the benefits to members are their free admission all year long, 10% discount in our gift store, 15% discount on special workshops that we hold, and then some membership exclusive specials like just last March.
Meet the artist kind of things?
Meet the artist, or we had music in the museum for members, and it was really wonderful. We had Olive Steele's piano. Olive Steele was a community leader, and so to bring out her piano and have local talent play, Bronwyn Woolman and Loretta Byers did a program, and Bunny Lyon and Olin Joynton and Kat Tomaszewski did a program, and then Greg Adamus. And so it was well received, and it was for members only. So that was a real benefit. And the membership levels are really reasonable. You can start as an individual for $25.
Okay.
A senior for $20.
Okay.
Senior couple is $35.
Okay.
And then family, and that includes your household, is $40.
Wow, that's a really good price.
Yes. So take, for instance, if you come to the museum and you're not a member, and you and your spouse bring in 3 of your children, that's $19 for that day. So that's, you're halfway to a family membership of $40 that gets you into the museum all year long, and to our log cabin days, our fall harvest days, the different exhibits that we put on. So it's really a benefit to you to be a member, but it's also a benefit to the community, because people don't realize how busy we are. In March, we had school groups. We had over 200 children come visit the museum just in March. And so your membership helps provide operational support all year long.
Well, and the wonderful events and things, I'm thinking of the Vietnam exhibit, you know, the World War II exhibit, all the wonderful artists that you give a platform to get started, to do their shows, all the fun kids events, all the things you do in our community. These are things that people who want to come to our town are important to them. They want to know that we have the arts, that we have a museum, and the way you partner with everyone in our community. You know, what a really wonderful, unique thing to do.
Yes. And there is a lot of partnership through the MACNY, Michigan Artist, Northeast Michigan Arts and Culture for Northeast.
Okay.
And those are the big 4, like Thunder Bay Art Council, Art in the Loft, NOAA, Besser Museum, kind of lead the way to really promote all the other arts and cultures that are going on in our community and up and down US 23. So we're working on a big event in October that will really celebrate the arts and culture. And even our own schedule, that's the other thing that always surprises me when people say, well, nothing changes at the museum. We are so busy and have this unbelievable schedule. Starting in April, we have Augie and Peggy Matuzak's Glassworks on display. We also have the Northeast Michigan Artists Guild, and those are several different artists working in several different mediums that will be on display. And their opening reception is going to be April 11th. And then their exhibit will go through, let me look at my schedule here, they're going to be on exhibit through June. And then we have the Shout Eureka Science programs that are going on throughout the year. And right after them, we have the Gone to Pieces quilt show and Judy Dolly's watercolor, A Year in Alpena. And she is working on this amazing exhibit that celebrates all of Alpena.
Well, and I think of our own Irv Lewandowski just recently received a national chance to have his artwork done nationally.
Yes, in London. And he exhibited at the museum 2 years ago. He held a workshop at the museum. I know he's doing some workshops at the Art in the Loft. And so really to celebrate our local talent. And that is correct. We give a platform for those that are up and coming and those who have already made it, that are still partnering with us. And so that's, you stay in the know of what's going on at the museum when you are a member, because we send out monthly newsletters. And so you're knowing what's going on and able to bring your friends and family when they come visit. And so memberships really do matter, and they're important. And there's different ways to become a member. You can go online to www.bessermuseum.org, and in the About Us section, there's the, the toolbars, drop down, and you find the membership page, and you can print off a hard copy that you can fill out and mail in, or you can go on and choose to click the PayPal option and just put your credit card in and renew every year, or just a year at a time. You can call the museum and we'll walk you through and become a member, or just come in and see us.
Yes.
And a lot of times I'll say, if you're on the fence and you're not sure if you want to be a member, walk around the museum, see what's here, and most often they become a member. So.
Yes. And then I see Log Cabin Days are coming up too. That's always a real popular event.
Yes.
June 20th. Oh, June 27th.
So the last Saturday in June is our Log Cabin Day.
Okay.
And then the first Saturday in October is our Fall Harvest Day.
Okay.
And then right after that, we get ready for Christmas and do Season of Light, which is always a popular event too. And there's always opportunities for volunteering at all different levels. So if one of your viewers are out there feeling disconnected from the world and have something to offer, they can call the museum. They can come in from organizing to docent tours to working with kids to painting. There's just so many different things to do, to volunteer. Gardening, restoring some of the old structures. We still have a great group of volunteers that are working on the Catherine V. And so that restoring the 1929 fish tug. So there's just so much to do.
And the Fossil Park will be opening again soon.
Yes, it is. And that has been such a great addition to Besser Museum, celebrating one of our earliest industries, celebrating a great natural resource, the limestone, and then all the Devonian fossils that you can find. So as soon as the snow melts, you're welcome to enter the fossil park. So.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for being here. And once again, membership is very important. Go online, call the museum, whichever way you want to do it. Just join, become a member, keep that museum the wonderful entity that it is in our community.
Thank you. Thanks, Nancy, for having me.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Olin Joynton following these messages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Olin Joynton, president of Alpena Community College. Our guest this morning, Mr. Brennan Kessler, who is an AC student, and also you've distinguished yourself as president of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and also by being a member of the All-Michigan Academic Team, which was honored in Lansing, Michigan a couple of weeks ago. And so welcome to the show after all that.
Thank you.
First of all, for members of the audience, how about describing what Phi Theta Kappa is?
Phi Theta Kappa is an honor society at Alpena Community College, and what we do is we put together different events and help out with things such as the Red Cross Blood Drive and the Spring Fling organization of.
There are lots of different activities at tables in the Spring Fling around the park arena.
Yeah.
Right. And let's see, Phi Theta Kappa, I'd like to add, is a national organization. It is the premier national community college honor society. It has rigorous standards for admission. There's a GPA component. What is that?
Yes, the GPA component is, I believe, 3.5.
Right, that's my understanding. And so it offers students at community colleges who have high standards of excellence and performance an opportunity to be recognized and an opportunity to translate their talents into service, and also fellowship with one another, meeting like-minded, ambitious, talented people, and also something to spur academic performance. There are people out there who want to be members of Phi Theta Kappa, and that makes them work extra hard and get their studies done, equip themselves well in their classes. So it's all good. Tell me, Brennan, where did you grow up, and how did you come to Alpena Community College?
Well, I grew up in Alpena, actually, and then halfway through high school, I moved to Traverse City, and then I ended up moving back to start with college. I had a family emergency, and then I ended up moving down to North Carolina for a couple of years and decided to move back to finish my education. And I got about a year left in college to get my bachelor's degree.
So you started out at ACC, went to North Carolina for a while, and then continued at ACC when you returned. That's great. That speaks, I think, pretty well of what the experiences must have been that you had the first time to make you come back, and that's heartening for me to hear. As you have pursued college at ACC, are there any particular instructors or other staff members that you would consider outstanding?
One of my teachers currently, Mr. Bedard, he's been great. His classroom, there's a lot of interaction, and he really makes sure that everybody understands material and has fun at the same time. So
he's a military service veteran who pretty recently came to work for ACC and was hired full-time starting this semester. And so I'm glad to hear that report, good report about him. and he teaches in a field which is your major. Why don't you describe for the audience what that is?
My major is marketing. I'm majoring in marketing. Right now I'm dual enrolling with Northwood University and Alpena Community College. The class that I have with him is advertising, and so it directly plays along with everything with marketing field.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned Northwood, an outstanding university partner with ACC since the year 2004, which allows people to pursue bachelor's degrees right here on the ACC campus. I think they have 4 or 5, maybe 6 different bachelor's degrees in business areas, and your particular one is marketing. Also, there's a lot of overlap between the courses you can take at ACC tuition, and then complete your degree at Northwood. They are, well, I would put it this way, they have a high respect for the level of teaching we do, and so that they accept a lot of credits from ACC to work people towards their bachelor's degrees. How did you get interested in marketing?
I've been interested in business for a while now. I grew up in business.
Yeah.
And in marketing, I started my own business about 1.5 years ago.
Really?
Doing online retail.
Okay.
So marketing, learning how to market would play a very important role in what I do.
Right.
So I decided that would be the best option to go.
Good. Marketing is a whole lot more than advertising and promotion, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Why don't you expand on that for a moment?
There's a lot of marketing. There's a lot involved with marketing. You have to make sure every business perspective is surrounded one general idea.
Yes.
If anything conflicts between that, you send a mixed message that doesn't correlate with what you're trying to tell the consumer, then it could result in a loss of potential business, could be a loss in development. You could lose a lot of potential. So
there's an awful lot of research too on who would your customers be and what are their characteristics and what kind of media do they use, and also what you were referring to sounded like what's sometimes referred to as branding as well. So those feel. Now let's get back to the events in Lansing. A couple of weeks ago, you and another ACC PTK student, Leanne White, were honored as members of the All-Michigan Academic Team. You were inducted into that team. Why don't you give a minute or so of description on that experience?
That experience was just excellent. I didn't know what to expect going down there, so it was kind of up in the air, but I'm very glad we went. Me and my fiance and I went down there, and we stayed at a hotel near the Capitol building, and the hotel was fantastic. We had dinner with yourself and Nancy, the Dean of Students at ACC, and the future president, Don McMasters,
right,
and the PTK director, and Lisa, and her husband.
Right. And
that dinner was very excellent by itself. I got to poke minds and learn some more stuff. And
then the following morning, you went over to the Senate chamber, and the senators passed a resolution recognizing you. And we came back for a program and a luncheon.
Yeah, that was very interesting. We got to see senators at work. And
right. One of the things I liked about the program was each person, there were 28 community colleges in Michigan, nearly all submitted members of this All-Michigan Academic Team. And there was an opportunity for a brief biography of each student, each honoree, to be read to the audience. And what a set of inspiring stories.
Most definitely.
Accomplishments, in many cases, overcoming great adversity.
Oh, most definitely. There was quite a few that were very humbling.
Right. Well, as we wrap this up, thank you very much for being my guest this morning, and congratulations on your accomplishments, your academic accomplishment, and your leadership of Phi Theta Kappa at Alpena Community College.
Thank you.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smitham and Dr. Olin Joyden. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at www.wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.